Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the old and the bold, and I'm old and the bald anyway. I'm Pushka, and I'm here to talk to you about Pochinki. We did a little house-to-house masterclass yesterday, which went really well. People seemed to like that. They really enjoyed the in-depth kind of gameplay style. So we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to use it as a Pochinki special, and the reason I'm using this area in particular, I want to do one on Georgia Pol crates, Novo crates, but this is middle map in Erangel, the most storied map in the game, the oldest map in the game. This is probably the most common drop in the entire game because it's an area that the flight path goes by very, very often. One of the things you're going to find is there's a bunch of no-go zones in Pochinki. If we go back here and we have a look all the way back here, you're going to see that the shots that happen in the early part of this game are with people exiting the areas that are like nice and safe and moving across street fronts. So that guy over there, he's outside. There's a bloke up there that's just got run over by a car, or Scumbag Juju, actually, my partner got him. And there's another bloke that's going to be over there having a crack as well. And we're going to try and get him with the UMP. Now, this is an old 9mm UMP because I've been trying to make this Pochinki video for a while, and I just remembered it the other day. And I've been saving this particular bit of footage just for this. So I'm getting back inside. And so tactically, he's got himself in a little bit of a tough spot here. I'll have that, please, sir. Nick's over here. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is something you're going to have to get used to doing if you're fighting in Pochinki, I'm going to suppress the sides of this thing and hopefully just stop the guy from coming around the corner and thirsting up my partner. There we go. And I managed to get enough into him to actually have a chance at getting a revive on. Then we do our standard smoke. We're going to smoke Scumbag Juju. We're not thirsting that guy up. We're listening, and you can see there on the mini-map, there is someone just outside. I'm a little bit worried. He's running around down underneath me. I've got some grens. I think he might be going in the house next door. So I'm just basically chucking out a whole load of bad stuff there, seeing if we can get a kill and indeed give us a chance to actually get across and revive my teammate. Now, the whole point here is to revive the teammate. That's why I threw the smoke. Gave me a little bit of an extended time. When we get here, the first thing we're going to do is not, in fact, revive Nick. We're going to smoke again because smokes go for about 45 seconds. And we've already gone through a lot of that. We burnt through a lot of that. So we're going to chuck another smoke down and then we're going to get our revive on. Now, this is pretty much SOP, standard operating procedure. Anytime you want to get a revive off around here and they're caught outside a building. Very, very solid, right? That's basically how you should be doing it. Now, these guys are going to push us. Now, remember we talked about desync yesterday. We talked about the idea that you're firing the gun, it goes to the server, it comes back to you. This guy's got the right idea. He's jumping and trying to desync me in the door, and I'm trying to do the same thing to him, and he's coming out of smoke. Now, he's smoked up a lot further away than the smoke I put up for Nick. I put the smoke right on top of Nick. He made his mate crawl towards him to get the revive. Because of that, we were able to both get revived up, both get healed up. Nico's just behind me. He hasn't hit a heal yet. I don't know if he does have a heal to use. That's a bot. That was probably the noise that was running around me, was a bot before. And the rest of that squad is trying to push in. And we get both the kills. Now, that's your stock standard Pochinki duo or squad fight in a tight urban environment with the mistake of getting caught outside and crossing when someone's got an overlook on you. What I'm going to talk about now is some more creative gameplay. You're going to see that this is happening all the time in Pochinki these days. Ever since the ledge grab came in, every man and his dog is a monkey and wants to just jump up on top of things. And as you see up here, look, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm always looking for this now. As we come in here, have a look up on the top area of the screen up here. There was a little head flashed up right there. There he is. Oh, thanks very much, Bushka. So we were aware of that. And we absolutely made sure that we moved out of the way quite sprightly. That's a weird thing. You can see as I'm using my med kit, it's actually poked my head through the wall and he's tried to shoot me and I've seen right down there. That was just weird. And what I'm going to do now is be a real grub. And basically, if you want to use rooftops against me, you better be prepped for me to use rooftops against you. I'm going to open the door, turn it external so that obviously it's able to be jumped on. Climb up very quickly. And this is absolutely deserved. Wait until he gets a good look and then just drill his feet. Use the Uzi, jump down, straight across, open the door. There's an easy thirst on the right. And then he's got his mate left, Captain Canada. We know there was a guy running around. Captain Canada's got his mates left. I think it was Dirks, or here he comes. We're going to pre-fire, desync fire. He walks straight into it. Brooke, another Canadian. They killed someone called Dirks. My bad. These buildings on the far side, a lot of people don't realise how easy it is to get up on the rooftops of these buildings particularly. They play on the rooftops on the far side of the map, but they don't do so here. Now, I'm trying to get around the corner quick enough so that I can do a desync spray, and then I don't know what happened there. So rather than muck around with this, I actually just lie down over here, get myself all prepped up, run back inside. What I'm going to do is boost, okay? And then I've only got a stun grenade. I don't have a frag grenade. They are down the other end of this blue structure here. I'm going to throw a stun just to get them to keep their heads down. And then I'm going to show you how you can get on the roof of that blue building very easily and turn it into a fantastic access point for pushing. You quite simply, all you've got to really do, and I'm going to show this in slow-mo, you just jump up, and then sprint forward and tap and jump and then vault, and it's going to catch the rooftop, and then you are off to the races, boys and girls. Look at him third-party peeking this wall and desync spraying this wall. I knew exactly where he was going to be. Then we just pro lane out, and there's your kill. Let's look at that again, and that is all in one very, very quick series of events. Take it right from the start. So we're going to boost up, get our heals in. If they're not pushing and they're playing passively, that gives me an opportunity to control the engagement, which I'm absolutely going to do. I've got a stun. I'm going to chuck it down there. I never really use stuns. All it's got to do is basically frazzle them for a few seconds, jump, vault, run along. Where would they be if they were third person peeking this wall? Right about here. Angle it perfectly. Back behind. Desync it. Come back out. Clear. You can do this in Pochinki all day and all night. Once you get vaulting and you start getting good at vaulting, you can do all kinds of crazy things in Pochinki. This is one of the meat and potatoes moves that you have to control in Pochinki. Now, I haven't actually exported the film of the whole engagement. This guy was running in there because they just cleared a bloke in the other house who was holding this house here with a DP28. So there's his mate, right? There's his mate. Now, his mate's seen me, knows where I am. This is 100% necessary in Pochinki. We know that this is the doorway he's at behind over there. He's at the windows either side, whatever. That's his area of expertise. That's where he wants to go. And the angle that he's looking at me at from over here is all well and good. Like, that's his angle. I don't know why I've used an actual angle there. That is unnecessary. So I want to get shots in on that, but he is going to peek this doorway. My ping that you can see down the bottom is 140 milliseconds. Now, I don't know if that's as good as his or worse than his. So to give myself a better opportunity to win a desync fight, I'm actually going to clear the door and then change windows. I'm just going to change windows and watch the difference it makes. A huge difference. He's looking at the wrong window. Did you see that? Like, I came out there and he was looking zoomed in at the window to my right, and he never even got a shot. Look at the angle he's holding. You can see it as plain as day. He is looking to my right. Changing windows won that gunfight, and repositioning and relocating in an open field is all well and good. But when you start doing it for a few feet and a few meters, it makes a huge world of difference in these kind of engagements. I talked about grenades and house-to-house masterclasses. This is a variation on that theme. I'm going to bait. This guy is not falling for it. He's absolutely not falling for it. Okay, JJ's going to push the bottom. So rather than put a Gren down towards the stairs where JJ will be, what most people will do in this situation is they'll move towards the back of the house, this window in here, because then they can cover the stairs. So I changed the grenade to the very, very back of the house. I cook it nicely. JJ's down the bottom. He just basically sticks him in one place. Then we kill the bloke. I don't know if that was a bot or his platoon mate, to be honest, because he went down pretty hard. Oh, why not? This is an extra one. This is pushing into Pochinki. I'm just going to show you this last little section of gameplay. This is a final circle with me and some of the patrons. If you want to join into the live streams, I live stream all the time. It's patreon.com/thebushka. And I'm running my favourite gun, the Mark 14. And it's not quite in Pochinki, but it's pushing towards the church in Pochinki. So I guess we can just put this one in. And this is a very, very tough final circle. There's a squad up on this hill, right? They own the high ground. It is an absolute train wreck. That whole hill up there has an overlook. It is also in the circle. You can see that we are currently 30 metres outside the circle. The problem with doing this, especially late game, is if you leave yourself in a position where you poke, you cause a tremendous drain on the team when you get locked. If it turns into a knock fight and they're inside the circle and you're outside the circle, that's a recipe for disaster. And it's very, very hard to overcome. What you've got to look for is the opportunities that present themselves. When you get a knock, you've got to push. Now, because we're outside the circle, there is no way we're not going to be aggressive with this. We've got to get in the circle. We've got to make a game of it. We're boosting up. We're going to get going and just basically push across to these, and this is the only thing we can do, is go to this mega bit of cover there. And you can see we're in an absolute horrific position. There's no way around this. We've smoked up that area there. We're going to get down behind cover, and we've now got 2 people down, and I'm just trying to get some smokes in front of it so that we can push across and get cover on absolutely everyone. Now, it's now 3-on-3. This is not a fun time to be alive. They are just smashing down into it. Getting across, we're lucky to only lose one and have another knock. But it's about to get a lot tougher because Brainzilla's been knocked out with the M416. And then Evan C has been grenaded right between the eyeballs. I'm going to try to get Evan up, but this is what we're talking about. Final circles, as you go through this stuff, if you have a look here at Evan, he's coming back. Have a look at the actual timer left. It's 46 seconds. I don't know if you can see that. 46 seconds. If it's 46 seconds, that's doable, right? 46 seconds is doable, but it's not a lot of time. I mean, it's really, really close. And we've got to get a smoke down in the sec to actually push across. We're in all kinds of trouble. And I'm trying to get the boys just to hold, because if we don't get this revive on and a heal on, by the time these guys are ready to push, we're going to be coming in on the zone with no smokes out. So Grub's getting the smokes out, still pushing up, just absolutely throwing smokes everywhere. And then we're going to try and get a knock. And if we can get a knock with the Mark 14, we can push on the knock. And that's exactly what I'm hoping for. A knock will give us a huge window of opportunity. There it is. 2 in the head, 1 in the chest, and we are pushing. We can't stop now. Grub's done the right thing. He's in a position where he's taken a hit, but he got smokes out. We're running through those smokes even as we speak. We're just going to chuck an artillery barrage up on top of this mountain. This is very much a personal preference. I would probably, if I had this again, just push straight to the top. Evan's knocked again, so we're both knocked. There's 2 guys up there, 3 guys up there. There's 1, and the other guy's knocked, so I've just got to clear this last bloke. The Gren took out Brainzilla, who was already knocked. It's 1-on-1. Now, everyone else is just this 1v1. Look at that, 1v1 with two mates each just crawling around on the ground, knocked. What a great finish. I hope you guys enjoyed the Pochinki special and getting a little bit creative and a little bit thoughtful with the way you play your game in those urban environments. You can do that in Yasna Polyana. You can take it on the street to San Martin, Los Leones, even in Goroka or somewhere like that. That whole Podvesto, it's once you get creative and you start thinking outside the box on those pushes and taking a 3-dimensional view of the map rather than just looking at it straight down the alleyways, you'll start doing a lot better with those gunfights, even when you're outnumbered. A little bit of surprise will go a long, long way. I'm Bushka. Remember to check out the website, thebushka.com. It's got all the actual PUBG Mobile weapon damage stats. Not the PC ones that everyone else uses, PUBG Mobile. Until next time, look after yourself, stay safe in the battlefield, and bye for now.